Hello and welcome to this tutorial of how to make a tea towel with the same U logo on. My name is Stefan and I am the voice and face behind Braincrafts. Today, for this pattern, we will be using a 4mm crochet hook. I will be using an 8/8 cotton yarn. There are two ways to get started with this. I'm going to show both ways. Either way, I'm going to be measuring the length of my chain. My chain needs to be at least 40 chains long, but that shouldn't be a problem. It should definitely get longer. But the first way is the simple way, where you just make a chain. So first of all, I'm going to make a slip knot. I put the yarn over my 3 middle fingers and hold it with my pinky finger. I wrap it around my fingers, my 2 front fingers, so it makes a cross here. Then I turn my hands around, so they'll be lying like this. With my crochet hook, I go under the first and over the second and grab it and pull it through. Now it's on the hook and I just tighten it like this, and this is what we call a slip knot. Now for making the chains, I take this loose end, the short end, and just hold it, put it in my hand. And I have to mention that I'm not holding the yarn the correct way. So if you want to hold it more correctly, you should have your index finger up like so and hold the knot here like this, and then you wrap it around like so. I can try and make it here, but I'm definitely going to slip into my own way of holding the yarn. But to make a chain, you just wrap your needle around the yarn and you pull it through. That's one chain. Then you repeat. Yarn over, pull through another chain. We yarn, pull through the other chain. Yeah, I'm slipping already. We yarn under and we pull through. I'm going to speed it up a little bit now, but we're just doing the same thing, just making chains. Another thing to notice is how to hold your crochet hook. You can hold it like a pencil. This is the pencil, or you can hold it like a knife, like with a knife. So you can hold it. Those two are the official correct ways. I sometimes slip into different ways, but I prefer the pencil when I'm doing more intricate work, like starting out. And then every once in a while, I'm going to measure my chain. So now I'm up. I can pull it longer, but if I leave it here, it's about 14, 15 centimeters. And I'm aiming for 35 centimeters, which is going to be the width of the tea towel. Notice every once in a while my hook slips out. That's okay. I can just put it back in and tighten, and then just keep on going. And if it should slip out, then I should slip it. It's okay. If you pull the string, you're just pulling out a few loops, a few chains, doesn't matter. You just put the hook back in and start it back up. So that way, if you go too far or too long with the pattern here or with the chain, you can just make it shorter. See, now I got, what, 38 centimeters, so that's a bit too far. So I'm just gonna unravel a few. Yeah, that fits about 35. So now I will try and count my chains out just to make sure that I have enough chains. And just to show you here, every one of these little V shapes is a chain. So we have 1 here, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, show again. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can also just count the ones on the one side here. That's how I do it anyways. $66 and $67. This one is gonna be our last chain. So 67, if I remember correctly. And then I can just go back up to the start, put my hook through the loop and tighten the loop a little bit. If this is how I want to start, again, there are a couple of ways to do it here. There is the most simple way. First of all, you always skip the first chain. I'm going to refer to it as a turning chain. So the first chain, if I were to go into it, my yarn would just pop through. So the first chain kind of locks it at the end. So I'm going to skip into the second one, the second V here. And the first way would be to just put your hook under this one here. Grab the yarn and pull it through like this. Then we have 2 loops on our hook. This means with the 2 hooks, if I yarn over now and pull through both loops, I will have made a double crochet. In this pattern, though, I'm not going to be making double crochets, so I'm just going to pull my string back, hook it on. So instead of doing that, I'm going to show you again. Skip the first chain. I'm going under the second one, grabbing my yarn and pulling it through. What I'm going to be making now is, I'm not sure of the correct English term, but it's going to be an elongated double crochet. So I grab my yarn, I do the yarn under, pull it through the first loop here, only through the first loop. Then I have 2 loops again. I'm gonna yarn under and pull through both loops. So this way I've made an elongated double crochet. If I were to continue here, I would go, you can see that this loop has been used, so that's the first one. Then I'm going to go into the second one here, grab my yarn, pull it through. I have 2 loops on. I grab my yarn, pull through the first one. I grab the yarn again and pull through both. And this I would continue all the way. So next loop through with a hook, grab my yarn, go through. 2 loops. Grab the yarn, go through the first. Grab my yarn, go through both. This way I have made one. I'm gonna loosen it up and use my crochet hook here to show you. But sorry. From the top here, you can see there's gonna be one with these 2 1, and my final one out here. So this has 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm just gonna 1, 2, 3, unravel my 3. See, I still have my yarn out here. Put my hook back on. And now I'm going to show you a way to make it so the end result will be a little bit better looking. So instead of, just gonna quickly undo 2 chains and make them again. If I've worked in a chain for a little bit, the chain is going to be looking a bit off. So here we go again. I think we can see it. So loosen up. Instead of skipping the first one and going into this one, I'm going to turn this chain around. Okay. So on the back here, there's just going to be one string in each stitch. Center ones here. This way, the end result, the line on the end of the tea towel will have a better look. So, still going, still having my my crochet hook on here. I'm gonna skip the first, like we did the last time. And then I'm gonna catch this one under here, right? I'm gonna grab my yarn, pull through, and then we're going to do the elongated double crochet. So yarn over, through the first loop, yarn over, through both loops. Now we've made one. You can still see we're in the back side here. So the first one has been worked. Now I'm going to go for the second one. Right? It's important to try and keep this yarn at the same tension, so a bit taut. Well, I'm grabbing my yarn, pulling it through. Got my 2 loops, grabbing my yarn, pulling through the first loop, grabbing my yarn and pulling through both loops. There we go. 1, 2. I'll do the third one. I'm finding my next stitch. Grabbing my yarn, pulling through. 2 loops on. First, through 1 loop, and then grabbing the yarn and pulling through both loops. Okay, so this stitch, the elongated double crochet, is the stitch we're going to be working through the entire pattern. So this stitch is very good to practice. Okay, so now you just keep on doing this all the way to the end of the row, going through the one in here, grabbing the yarn, going through, yarn over, pull through one, yarn over, pull through both. Count 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches up here. Okay, now I'm gonna unravel everything, and then I'm going to show you a little bit of a different way. It's the way of making the chain so it has a better look. There's nothing wrong with this, especially in the beginning, but the other way of doing the starting chain, making it as a cord, will make your work, well, it'll make the edge look a little bit better. So I'm going to unravel this and show you how to do that.